Good morning, this is Wayne Bilal with another Smart Profit Maximizing Moment. Today we're going to talk about what the SBA did yesterday and what that means to you as a business owner, okay? Basically what I think it means is that you, again, can't count on the government to save your business. We're all going to go through some tough times here, to some degree or another, all right? You're either shut, in which case you're trying to figure out how to reopen and whether you can survive until then, or you're not shut, but your business is being affected. Contracts are being canceled. People aren't buying because they're just confused. They're worried. They're scared. All right. Unless you're running a grocery store or a liquor store, you might be in trouble. Why am I blaming the SBA? Well, back when the CARE Act was passed, all right, which sent a hope to small business owners, there's two different things that were put out there. All right. One was the EIDL loan, all right, emergency injury disaster loan, or I'm pretty sure I got that right, which the biggest part, I mean, it's a real loan, all right, up to $2 million, 3.75% interest rate over 30 years, okay? But the part that they were hawking, that they were putting out there and promoting was that you could go in there, fill out the loan, whether you finished applying or not, there was a $10,000 advance, all right? Well, yesterday the SBA stuck out there and dear applicant, on March 29th, following the passage of the CARE Act, SBA provided small business owners and nonprofits impacted by COVID-19 with the opportunity to obtain up to, and that was the key word that wasn't reported much, up to a $10,000 advance on their economic injury disaster loan. Sorry, economic. The advance is available as part of the full EIDL application will be transferred into the account you provide shortly after your application is submitted. So a couple things. One, you have to finish the application. That wasn't made clear. It was made clear that the 10,000 was there. Then came the next sentence that just came out yesterday. To ensure that the greatest number of applicants can receive assistance during this challenging time, the amount of your advance will be determined by the number of your pre-disaster, in other words, as of January 31st, 2020, employees. The advance will provide $1,000 per employee up to a maximum of $10,000. That was nowhere to be found originally. So a lot of people wasted their time sticking money in there and hoping they were going to get $10,000 to try to save their business that was shut. A lot of these were sole practitioners that really didn't get as much out of the PPP. They're startups, they're, gig economy. That's where this was supposed to help. $1,000 isn't going to do you much. I mean, it's better than nothing. But if you're by yourself, that's the way I read this, $1,000. But there was another key change that was made, and I had read this earlier, about the Paycheck Protection Program. That's the loan that gave you, it was forgivable if 75%, a minimum of 75% of the payroll, 75% of the funds advanced were made for payroll. The remaining could be for some other expenses, mainly rent and utilities, all right? The terms up to $10 million, 1% interest, it was forgivable. The part that wasn't forgivable was supposedly 10 years. Well, again, the devil's in the details. If you read it, it said up to 10 years. Now it's saying 2 years with a deferred payment due in 6 months. Well, now you got to really think about this PPP loan a little bit more. All right, there's a couple things this changes on the loans, and then I'm going to get to why, truthfully, you can't trust the government, but here's why. I mean, they change the rules as they go. I mean, the law said one thing, and it was reported that way, but the devil's in the details, and that up to, yeah, it was up to 10 years is what you could do in the PPP. They capped it at 2 years. Well, that's assuming a lot. Okay? That's assuming that that businesses are going to come out of this, recover, and have the ability to pay it back in 2 years. That's tough. So you better, if you're getting a PPP loan, you better make sure that you work hard to get it forgiven. If you're not going to get it forgiven, you've just taken on debt when you're not so sure how your business is going to come out of this a year or 2 years down the road. Unless, of course, you take things into your own hand. Take the loan if you have to, but have a plan. Put together a plan to profit during this time. During every economic event, downturn that I've been part of, and I've been doing this for 40 years, so I've been a part of a few of these. Some businesses did really, really, really well during these times. I mean, the economy is slow. You got less competitors. The competitors that are left often are weakened or they've hunkered down. This is the time innovation starts to play. You know, people that do things differently, that look at problems and don't see, oh my gosh, I can't do that because I can't do that. Instead, look at it and say, where's the opportunity here? What can I do differently? Now, look, if you had done a SWOT analysis in January, you know, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threat, nobody would have put this threat on there. Maybe in January, maybe. But if you'd done it last year at any time, this isn't something you saw. But it's definitely something you can pay attention to, all right, that you can plan for. So the trick is, yes, government can throw you a little bit of a lifeline, but at the end of the day, that might help you survive. It might actually hurt you, okay? But especially if you don't make changes. At the end of the day, the problem is yours as the business owner, and you need to take the bull by the horns, take responsibility, accept the way it is. Doesn't do you any good to go, oh my God, I had $1 million worth of contracts or $5 million, and now half of them are gone. Oh, I was doing really good business in my restaurant, and I can't open. It doesn't do you any good. I mean, go ahead, do that for a few minutes, and then go, okay, what am I going to do now? All right? At the end of the day, everything is up to you, not up to the government. Now, they can help, and we're lucky. We're lucky that this administration is populated by business people who understand business. So I anticipate a lot of the stuff they're sending us will help. But I also anticipate, like these SBA programs that are changing, they're not going to be everything they're cracked up to be. All right. There's a lot of tax law changes that are going to help you. I'm going to go into them a little bit more over the rest of the week. Some of those will really help you. More and more, what's going to happen is you need to get your business in line. You need to get yourself a coach. I'm surviving these loans. I've done over 50 of them easily. And I'm going through and finishing up the last of them. Then I'm going to finish tax returns because I've got probably 50 of those waiting for me to review. And then, truthfully, sometime in May, if not before, probably May, but I'm going to start talking to you about how I can help you or how you can help yourself, because I'm going to put a lot of this stuff out free on what you need to do to increase your business. Now, I'm going to put it out free, but I hire a coach. The reason I hire a coach is because I need somebody to kick me in the butt, point me in the right direction. I need a sounding board, and I do a lot better with a coach than I do without it. So watch, I haven't done a coaching program in a couple of years because of the economic things and the need to help my clients. I'm committed to doing one this summer, all right, and into the fall, because we need to come out of this as a country, and you need to come out of this, and you cannot count on the government. Hey, until next time, this is Wayne Blau saying, let's make this our most profitable year ever. Thank you very much.